Now, for some reason, and I don't know why this is, but I couldn't find a decent extended edition of this particular tune. Nobody thought it was something that had to happen in extended form. Yes, hello everyone. Yes, you are quite correct, Pixie-Coo, and welcome in while I'm at it. Were you to subscribe, you would not get adverts. I think that's about the only benefit to subscribing I have. If there are other ones, I don't even know what they are or what options there are for that. But yes, hello Papaya Gamers, hello Pixie-Coo, and Pixie-Coo, you are correct. I've had my birthday. I was filled with Chinese food and cake. It was good. I like both of those things. I kind of had a food coma for most of today to make up for it, but I think that's a small price to pay, frankly. But yes, do let us know how you're doing, for I am interest, and I have told you how I am doing, which is fine. I don't know if I actually had told it before, but I've told you now. And it would be very rude of me not to ask, whilst presuming you wanted to hear it from me. Yes, so whilst I remember, I'm also going to see if this works, which I might not because I have literally just added it. Yeah, that was dumb. Okay, that needs fixed. And it probably did not even work because whilst I can put in whatever text I want, Twitch will kind of insist it's something from the drop down list. You are a little sleepy, but you has tea. Well, have a nap then. You didn't say tired, so no, obviously I can't make that reference, which is a shame for me. But yep, not a lot going on this week. I had it off for my birthday, so the traditional I don't want to work on my birthday shenanigans ensued, which is me sitting in my house doing fuck all, which suits me just fine, frankly. I will travel for some things, but not particularly off the cuff, you know? I don't know if that's what I mean. Oh, happy lurking, DD. You may or may not have chosen your words specifically for that reason, and oh yeah, thank you for a happy belated birthday. I've had very nice birthday wishes. In terms of what I got some gardening stuff and socks from my parents and moisturiser. All things I had requested because I am just that goddamn middle class, apparently. You heartily enjoy doing fuck all. Excellent! I see why we get on. As I keep saying, I do like spending time in my house. I've put a lot of time into it. And effort, you know, which is a rarity for me, so it's a place I want to be. It does make me think of that image that was going around on Twitter, where saying, you know, employers asking people to come back into the office, this is what you're competing with, and it was this like really nice home office setup. And it's kind of true, although for me it's more a case of not having to do everything when I get back from work. So like any chores that need done, like I can just tidy up bits and pieces throughout the day, I can stick a laundry on if I want, and I don't have to risk being up to the exact crack of midnight getting it dry. People are outside. I have heard this, yes. Yes, it's bloody infested with the things. Outside was a mistake, clearly. I don't think I've got any more particular ramblings to go on about unless anybody has any questions. PC, what you doing? There we go. No, that's not what I meant to do. So there's a good chance we will get to the end of the game on the stream. Am I enjoying my fucking present? Well, I've not had a chance to install it yet. Outside is also expensive. Very true also. Okay, got the game up. Go nuts and... I mean, I technically don't need the ring light right this second, but... Not that one, the other ones! See, I was hoping to do a little reveal at some point, but I'm not currently using the stuff that Scott got me for my birthday, although I can show you. Give me 1 second. I'm going to turn on my fancy light also. Scott's incredibly excited about this, like, more so than I've seen him for several other presents in past gift-giving occasions. Boy. Or maybe Scott's caps key is just broken. In fairness, it's difficult to top the Daikatana PC. It is true. And if you don't know to what he is referring, he got me a working Windows 98 hardware from the time PC with the disk drive disconnected, and the only game that was installed was Daikatana. He's proud of that one, as you can probably tell. I feel like you're much more productive when work from home for that same reason. Yes, excellent. Excellent. Right, so what I got is the sound of boxes falling over. Now, what I got, apart from a copy of Detroit Become Human, or whatever it's called. Hello, Willowaz, welcome in. I'm showing off some of the things what I got for birthday. Dee Dee's redeemed hydrate, this will have to do. I kid, I have water. Oh, I didn't see your first message, Willowaz. Icky foo. Ooh, birthday, yes. So I got a full, well, not including the PC, but a full game accessories setup. So, keyboard with... how do I show this and be audible? So that is an RGB keyboard right there with the WASD and arrow keys highlighted for some reason. We have a gamer mouse mat. Ah, yes, the camera is even the right way around, that helps. A Ergo gaming mouse, and to top it off, a gaming soundbar. Just, the full suite, essentially. Minor drawback, they're all from Poundland. So, and if that doesn't translate to your country, well, basically imagine all this stuff was bought off of Wish. Like, I happen to have the keyboard here. It is light. It feels like it's made from 200% plastic somehow. In fairness, you do use that exact mouse mat. It's great. Yeah, the mouse mat is genuinely quite good. It's easily the best part of the entire thing. Hopefully this won't break anything. That was my computer doing the system noise. Excuse me. So we can at least see it in its full glory. Minor problem, Resident Evil 4 stopped responding, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it is... Just realised I don't have a way of... Yeah, there we go. I had to press a button that wouldn't make the game make a noise. But it's got a giant scorpion on it. That's not a drawback for me, really. That's like... Fine with that. Dollar store. Yes, thank you, Willowaz. Yes. So... At some point I have sort of pledged to play a stream using that setup. That keyboard, that mouse, the soundbar, not so much. There's not really a way to do that and use headphones. If you're wondering how bad this thing is, it draws all its power from USB. Really, that should tell you everything. So what, like 5 watts at most? That. There's little holes in here, almost implying that this is a microphone. Or that this somehow needs cooling, which is laughable, frankly. It's only going to take in USB power. How powerful can it get? Your 10-year-old says he wants a keyboard like that. Well, you're in luck because they are very cheap indeed. I don't think they're actually £1, but I don't think I've seen anything in Poundland for more than like a tenner. So you maintain that you've been spoiled by premium accessories. 16-year-olds, you would have loved that keyboard and mouse probably. See, there was something about the mouse that intrigued me. So it's got a full array of buttons. Your left click, your right click, your middle click. It's not bad action on the mouse wheel, in fairness. There's some tactileness to it. Then it's got, you know, mouse 3 and mouse 4 on the side. I've not plugged it in to check, but there is another button here. And the DPI button is in the middle here, underneath the mouse wheel. So I have to assume that's a mouse 5. £12, you think? They're not fucking about anymore. Sort of. Get that stream sorted. It will happen. It will happen. But yeah, he seems to be proud of that one. And considering this is the same guy who bought me 1 year 10 copies of FIFA 12, because in total it cost him £1. We put imagination into our good gift, bad gift tradition. I will say that, and honestly, I think he gets more imaginative about it than I do. And now I'm not allowed to forget that I'm going to do the stream with that 200% plastic keyboard setup. All the original Sims expansions without the base game was a favourite of yours. Yeah, that was a good one too. I seem to recall 1 year I got him a Mary-Kate and Ashley game and a cowbell. Or was it 12 copies of FIFA 10? No, it was definitely 10 copies of FIFA 12. Because there were 10p each, you see. Because they've still got the stickers on the front, because one, CEX stickers are hard as balls to get off for some reason, and two, why am I gonna bother? Who cares? That I did think you still have the cowbell. Nice. Did I ever play FIFA 12? I genuinely don't know. I feel like I might have stuck it on just to try it out at some point, but I genuinely can't remember. It's weird. But yes, if there are no further questions, and I'll just answer questions if they come up, it's fine. You know, I'm not cutting it off here. Back to Resident Evil 4, which we are dangerously close to the end of. I might actually have to skip over to something else after a little while. Have I eaten more cake? I've not today. I've not really been able to think about it. I may have overdosed on the sugar. There's cake. Yes, it's in my fridge. It's mine. It's all mine. There is cake. What cake? It's a lot of cake yesterday. One cake we never even got to. That's how much cake there was. Because there was my parents who bought the birthday cake, as is tradition. It never all gets eaten anyway, but you know, 6 of us there having a meal, somebody's birthday, you get a cake. It's what you do. However, a good friend of the stream, Rizalka, also sent us cake. Let's put in an order with a I say a local cake company, a more local cake company than Australia. And sent us a little cake order that arrived on my birthday, which was lovely. They were very fans. And it gives me a chance to try out this shout out command that I've been working on. See if it works. Could be very quiet. Oh no. Just the game audio being unbalanced.
Ooh, that's a nice color.
And hopefully you can actually hear it because we've had problems with that before.
It's all colors.
Forget a magic whistle.
A magic whistle.
But yes, it was very sweet. It was 6 different types of cake. So
that was fun.
about as sweet as you can get.
I guess that rule on the sign wasn't strictly enforced. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh.
No!
Old school point and click games.
To the rainbow machine.
Fuck. You're right in your grandma.
Did I hear my voice there? Because if I was on the stream, I completely forgot about it. So yeah, that's fun. You loved that game and that part. Is that like a story beat, or is that like a dead man walking scenario that they've gotten themselves into? I don't remember the game particularly well. But yeah, I got cake for my birthday. So many cake. I was actually planning to take it and share it with some other people. Sorry, I was going to get something at the drawers, but there's a load of boxes in the way. So there we go. Neither. It's just, haha, now you have to start this whole puzzle again. That's better? Still a little mean, which is very much in keeping with how old school point and click adventures worked. Oof. And you literally only have yourself to blame. I mean, that's what the game's told us, but sometimes they were just mean. Sometimes they hated your happiness and your freedoms. If anybody's wondering how I turned out this way, it's mostly point and click adventures from the 90s. Not the 80s though, otherwise I would... They were even worse. I would be a complete sadist by now if that's what I grew up with. It is mean, but at least it warns you. Well, that is better. Yeah, that is definitely better, like, without the joking caveat. Just gonna lurk while you drag yourself to the kitchen to get foods. Excellent. Get yourself some tasty foods. You deserve the foods. Foods for everyone. Who wants foods? Who is not full? You know the old song. So, yes. Ashley got captured. We just found her. I think that's everything that happened last time. Oh, and we met Ada again. Perhaps you've figured it out already, but you might be able to get out of here by using the waste disposal vent. Thank you, mysterious lipstick lady. Who could have done this? Hi, pals! I forgot which button was which for a second. I knew there was something. Fuck your shield in particular. And fuck your kneecaps while we're at it. Oh, piss. It's just cheating. Oh, no, 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 no. You're not meant to run. That's illegal. Also illegal. Yeah, it didn't look dead to me. Oh, piss. Well, that's a great start. Let's see if the death counter's working. There we are. Can't remember who's allowed to use that, but I'm sure it'll get some more use. Certainly it'll be mods at least. I don't think I would have restricted that to just myself. Yeah, come on, come on. I had figured that out, in fact, because it was an exit that I had no ability to go down. And I thought, this will come up later. Right. Reloaded shotgun this time. No, let's not fuck about. Oh, they're not fucking about either. That's not what I was hoping for at all. I'm not adding that to the death counter because, you know, normally Ashley's pretty good about this kind of thing. You know, duck out of the way when there's gunfire afoot, when I'm aiming in a certain direction. Yeah, so anybody who wasn't in when I initially asked at the start of the stream, how are you all doing? How was your day? Indeed, how has your week been? Because as usual, I can't remember a damn thing I did apart from ate cake yesterday. That's about the limits of what my brain will tell me happened. Otherwise, it's just like, nope, that's all in the past, no longer relevant. Beep boop. Oh god, nearly did exactly the same thing again, but thankfully, either Ashley ducked quicker or I fired slower. Either which is fine, because I don't have to bloody restart. Thought I heard somebody else around. But the combat music has stopped, so presumably not. Right, I've also forgotten the way to the waste place. Incorrect. We're going the wrong way. I think. Maybe slightly a bit. Let's go with the pistol. Ugh. See, nobody will want to walk down that corridor when there's blatantly sparking wires. Now, if there was a puddle there, I would just avoid it entirely. What? Ah, I knew one of you would be ranged, because there always bloody is. Yep. Sorry, Ash.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there's a reason I haven't set up a murder Ashley count. Ow. I swear to God I used to be better at this game. Especially considering how much hours, how many hours rather, I put into the Mercenaries minigame. Come on. Oh, that's one thing I tried to do this week. There's a port of Resident Evil 2 for the PC which only came out in Japan. Where'd you come from? Damn it, Ashley. Yeah, damn it, Ashley. That is apparently a lot better on modern systems than the original release of Resident Evil 2 for PC, which it came out for Windows 98, so it's kind of in rough shape by comparison. But it's in that delightfully 90s way where it supports a whole bunch of the also-rans in terms of 3D acceleration. It's a bunch of stuff that most people have not heard about in decades, if at all, like Power VR and shit like that. I think by the grace of God it may have also supported 3D effects as well, which was... There were others around, but 3D effects kind of became the standard for quite a while. I say quite a while. It felt like that, but honestly it was probably only a couple of years. Well, they battered fuck out of us. Now what? Of this absolute king swinging a damn flail around in the high-tech control room. I think I mentioned this last time. There's a sort of weird mishmash of technologies going on. Oh, there's a thing I could take.
Looks like this is it.
And I'm not going to get it.
Stinks.
Sure does. No way, Leon.
Way.
Leon, that's the president's daughter. You can't just fuck around with this kind of thing.
Are you out of your mind?
I knew you'd be fine if you landed on your butt.
You... What is this?
Come on, let's go.
Whatever it is, double check if you got cut, because that could well be infected now. Yeah, here we go. And when I say infected, I didn't mean zombie infected. I just meant, you know, regular ass infected. Yeah, so let's push this. And unfortunately here we have the beginnings of all the co-op shit they made you do in Resident Evil 5 and 6. I kind of feel like that thing is getting closer and it should not be. No. Here we go. Right. Get out the riffle. Yes. Oh no, that one got out. And this one's not dead. Why is this one not dead? Nope. Seriously? Christ. I do not remember this game as well as I thought. Literal ass infected with the butt Leon's obsessed about. Not everyone, like, Louis was clearly a boobs man. As evidenced by him commenting on the ballistics. You shoot the red bits and then they die. Is that not how it works? Maybe, slightly, a bit. Well, we know what the solution to this is. Egg. Did Leon imply that Ashley has a fat ass? Great thing to say to a teenage girl, Leon. Indeed. I don't know if it's the most questionable thing said in this game, but, you know, top 10, easily. Yes. Actually, I don't know how old Ashley is. It's not great to say to a woman who was in her 20s, even. So yeah, that's just semantics. Oh, what fresh hell is this? Wait, do they literally have knee armor because they couldn't be arsed animating the mighty suplex? Suplex!
Hey! What are you looking at?
What would you... Right, so that is a sound effect that plays if Ashley is going up a ladder and Leon, or the player, moves the camera upwards as if they're looking up her skirt. So either the game was confused or they specifically set something up so that when Leon was at the peak of his suplex and therefore basically looking at the sky, he'd be looking upwards, and if Ashley was in the right place they'd set that sound effect off, which both of those scenarios are weird to put that in, but yes, Nick. Egg. Also, welcome in, Nick. How are you doing? Yeah, creepiness aside, it's not like teenage girls aren't already bombarded with messages specifically designed to destroy their self-images every day of the week. Well, you know, thank God that isn't the case, otherwise it would have been a really poor taste line. Wait. Oh, yes, I remember this room.
Look, there's a gate here.
You're a gate. That's kind of a gate. Pile for the wrecking ball. That may have to happen a few times. Good, having a nice chill evening. At the moment I'm having the other thing, but in general I'm having a good day. Right. I think it may be time for the shotted gun. Or in fact, that first. And then the shotted gun. Go back to the messages in a second. Somebody sounded way too nearby. And where? Oh, piss off. Absolute hacks. Look at that. Where'd you come from? Okay. Handgun, that sounds like it'll be useful. Catch a breather and finish that message off. How am I doing? Yeah, good. Things suddenly getting stressful here, but what else does one expect from Resident Evil 4? It just happens. I probably can't suplex him, but I can boot.
Wait.
Once more from the shotted gun, I think. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Okay, that's fine. Fortunately, that was all of the shotted gun rounds. Meaning I've got nothing stronger to take on this big lad with the shin pads. Ah, shit. Now I've got nothing but the TMP ammo. And rifle ammo, and now I've got handgun ammo again. Ah, itchy nose for some reason. Ashley, were you not meant to be operating that wrecking ball? It's not your job's no done. Don't half-arse this. It's our survival we're talking about. No need to use this anymore? Really? Oh no, it is open. Sorry, Ashley, my bad. Didn't take stock of the situation properly and I blamed you for it. That is not okay. Goodies? I would like goodies, please. So much so that I walked past some. Dog food or something. So, likelihood of zombie dogs showing up feels incredibly high to me right now. There's another door to check. Okay, so there wasn't going to be a dog in there, I guess. Okay, that makes sense. Still, the presence of dog food does imply the existence of dog. Or this fucker. Is this one of the... I feel like he just walked forward through Ashley and took her down. Which in fairness, that thing is probably strong enough. I wonder if we can see it through this. No. That'd be good. Ah, yep. Regular stuff. Oh my god. Yeah, finally hit one of the nodules. This is terrible. So, I miss a bunch of times and then I fire a shot I don't need to. Just outstanding work. Yay! Unfortunately, the old riffle rounds are getting more scarce. 500 petaz. Not even sure where we are anymore, frankly. Just trying to get out of this weird hell lab. And then found a button for a gate, which is now stuck. Which way did we come? Guess it was that way, so I guess we're going this way.
Leave it to me, Leon.
Pretty sure you could fit under there, Leon. Not seeing a problem there. Got a bad back or something? Like, I would understand, but you haven't said anything. Okay, that's the way out of here, so is there anywhere that has goodies?
Wait.
Ah, no. Is it? It's the usual thing of, do we go on 0 or do we go on 1? We did it! Oh, fucking... Now, what way are we meant to go? Okay, so behind us... Is that a save room, I guess? All that suplexing takes its toll. That's very true. So there is Sav, and there's the Marchand. I'll Sav. I can take a Sav. Just now just making me think of... was it Outcast? That game that was famous for using voxel terrain. And as a result was CPU bound and had a maximum resolution of like 512 by 512.
Welcome.
Because they had an in-game
For
item
a selection of good
which
things on
in-universe
sale.
was called a
What are you
Gamsav.
buying? Is that
I
all?
would like to less damage, yeah.
Thank you.
That sounds fantastic. Now, can I
What are
buy
you buying?
any ammunition? Forgot which
What are
menu
you
I was in for a
buying?
second.
Is that all?
Yep.
Thank you.
So,
Is that
fun
all?
thing is, I think if you
Thank you.
upgrade the capacity, it reloads it for you as well.
Thank you.
So I think that doesn't actually need it. Superplex
selling?
sounds familiar.
What are you buying?
Vaguely so, but nevertheless.
Is that all?
Yeah, what the hell, I've barely got any Magnum ammo, but might as well get some use out of it towards the end.
What are you buying? Is that all? Is that all, stranger? Not enough cash, stranger. What are
Okay,
you
stuff
selling?
sell. Stuff to sell. Must be something.
Is that? Thank you. Is that all? Thank
Yeah,
you.
I don't think I'm going to find anything
Ah. Is
to
that all,
actually stick in here,
stranger? Is
so
that all, stranger? Is that? Ah.
yeah, I'll just go
Thank
ahead and
you.
sell those.
What are you buying? Is that
Tune
all?
up the everything.
Is that all? Thank you. Is that?
For only 7,000, yeah,
Thank
I'll
you.
upgrade that.
Is that? Thank you.
There we go.
Come back anytime.
See how this suits us. Yeah, Superplex does sound vaguely familiar, but I could not tell you anything else about the game. One of those real back of the mind type jobs. Is it like in a modern era or further back? Ooh. Oh yeah, I don't need to reload this right now.
Leave it to me, Leon.
You got your driving license? Sweet. $19.91. It's on Steam now. Yeah. I wonder. No, let me off this thing. I've changed my mind. Yeah, I'm starting to think Leon's never going to find the guy who nicked his jacket. Hehe. Seems like a shotgun type of town. Not you though. You're way too close to the edge, and there's only one of yous. You up to, mate? Let's go explosions. Pass. I know how to aim, why do you ask? Oh shit, right, I think I know where that is. Is it stopped though? Yeah, I'm stuck. Yay. It is nice when something from the old childhood just gets its due, gets its release on Steam. Like, here it is. It's as you remember it, but you can actually run the damn thing on your PC. Have at it. Enjoy. Do a nostalgia. Yeah, that looks like it could have weirdly been like a game over scene. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. Oh, now I need to go all wandering. See, the worst bit about this section is there's so much.
I'm leaving it to you.
Oh, cheers, Ashley. Glad you've got faith in this. The worst part about that sequence was so many kills and so much loot left on the road where I couldn't retrieve it. I'm a loot goblin. I want my loot. I earned it. Ow, my heads. Right, so. Oh yes, TNP ammo, I will take. No. Nice. Pull the lever. Ow, piss. Well, excuse to use this. Which gives me more maximum health. Like, please tell me you're not getting carried off. How does that even happen? Ah, no, she's just getting attacked. And murdered. This is a legitimate concern.
I'm leaving it to you.
Yeah, for all I take the piss out of Ashley, she does have legitimate questions at times. Ah, there we go. I wonder if the pollen's getting to me. I hear that's really kicking up a gear. And I've never been sure just how prone to the pollen I actually am. 'Cause it seems to completely and utterly vary as to how much I get affected by it. Okay. Back we go to the truck. Quickly, this time. Or maybe just, you know, lay down some fire so that Ashley doesn't blatantly die. There's nobody near. Oh, there is somebody very near you. Yeah, that's. Again, good point, Ashley. I keep doing this and I don't know why. Oh, that lighting looks weird. Don't know why I'm facing this way. We're still going to get attacked from behind. Chugga, 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 chugga. Heh. And no way he goes. Not him though, he's not gone yet. Oh, hello. You've gone awfully close, haven't you? Oh, that's way too close, buddy. Too many close. Where? Oh. Fucking piss. There we go. I was hoping to get at least one of them, but didn't quite manage it. No, not now! Ah, too much at once. I can hear the truck coming as well. Oh god. Here? Really? there, really. I mean, I'm still questioning why it's at the beginning of this long unskippable part where nothing happens, but I'll take it. This is the closest look we've got at Leon's boy band here. I'm kind of impressed that they went the full hog with the extra layer, because it's not just blending into... Hello. As I was saying, it's not just blending into the mop on top. It's like a whole separate layer, and that is a choice. I'll fucking buy myself a second with that. Fuck off, all of you. Oh, I see what you're going for. I thought you'd take him one or two shots more than that, if I'm being honest, but I'm not unhappy. I will happily see you die very quickly. Now, let's stick with the shotgun for now, because I don't think it's going to be so useful later. Well, let's just go ahead and bring this out. Oh, there better be a better save point than last. Why? Why you do this? They pulled a bamboozle on me. The truck came from the fronting rather than the backing. Why? We're in the barn now. Right, come on lads, I know you're dying to come down. Let's get it over with. There we go! Yeah, you're not. It's a spin on a favourite quote of mine. You ever shoot a guy in the butt so hard that his head explodes? Yeah, I think that one was funnier when it was stabbing in the leg. Hello. Speaking of stabbing the leg. There we go. Right. Gonna get this correct. I'll do it right this time. Not entirely sure how we survived that, frankly. Yeah, Ashley, please. Please. Ashley. Please. Can you... Please.
Wait.
Wait, indeed. Lots of handgun and TMP ammo, oddly enough. Well, definitely saving after that. Jeez. Guessing she didn't have a license. It's like the first thing they tell you in driving school. I should have waited a little bit to sell that thing. It's not going to make much difference now.
What are you
But
selling?
it's annoying more than anything else. It's the green stone of judgment, no less.
Thank you.
That just really rubs it in.
Back anytime.
Okay, let's go.
I can feel them growing ever so strongly inside you. Sadler!
Yeah, that is indeed him.
Perhaps you can resist, but you cannot disobey. Now, come to me, Ashley.
You know, maybe I should have also done a Ashley gets captured counter. Oh no, she's gone full enemy.
Ashley!
Hope that's a tracker rather than a bomb, because that is that would be a very Pyrrhic victory. You set that off. Also, thank God nobody can see it. But yeah, first thing they teach you in monster truck driving school is don't ram another vehicle and then crash into a wall. Like literally right there on page 1. Yep, that's where we are. Our plan. Because of that, Agent, we've lost Chief Mendez and Ramon. Nevertheless, everything will proceed according to plan. I must admit, however, the loss of my loyal men is a bit disheartening, but I will deal with it. Excuse me. Replacing that loss will not come easy. I must choose wisely, for the Plaga reflects the conscience of their host. If chosen poorly, they could betray me. I need men who will swear their allegiance to me. I've learned my lesson when Sarah betrayed me. I will not make that same mistake again. In this important hour, I cannot and will not have anyone stand in my way. Except me. I'm gonna full on murder you. Like, so hard.
What's the news on our friend Leon?
He's not making it easy. The sample?
Sadler's got it. It seems he sniffed out our little game.
Perfect.
Just so we understand each other clearly, I don't trust you, nor does Wesker. If you try to do anything clever, I will kill you.
Is that so? You know, I met Wesker long before you.
We'll see soon enough if you did.
Yeah, we'll see.
Look, just because you think nobody can see your legs doesn't mean you're the toughest guy in the room. Also, I didn't realise his body armour had a little sort of... He had almost corset strings on the back. I suppose it's a perfectly legit way of making sure it stays on. Don't know how tight it has to be to the body. I've never worn body armour myself. Or a corset for that matter. Difference being by the corset. I was going to say it's for aesthetics, but it's also so that, you know, breasts don't escape. And to accentuate. Bonk. Distance. You just hit your pal in the back of the head with that. Nope. Still no clue what kind of mask that is. What are these meant to be? Yeah, of course. Just going back and forth down this bloody corridor. What is this? Damn it, I so wanted to shoot him in the toes. That's my second chance. There it is. Toes. Toes. And there it is again. It's like some kind of Achilles foot. I was going to say heel, but it does not appear to matter which part of the foot is hit. Or indeed just the lower half of the body. Hit them somewhere in the lower half, their head explodes. Plagas is a hell of a drug. actually going the right way here. I am. Ah, yes, this bit. I remember how this goes. And whilst it may look like I can take my hands off the controller for a while, I cannot. But if you shot it somewhere in your lower half, your head would explode too. Okay, fair, when you put it like that. I do like that sneaky reveal in that shot.
Been a long time, comrade.
Krauser.
I died in a crash 2 years ago. Is that what they told you?
You're the one who kidnapped Ashley.
You got John quick, as expected. After all, you and I both know where we come from.
Ah, no, it wasn't quick enough. Also, that is a legit death, so that's a cat name. Krauser? Yeah, unfortunately I can't skip any of this because is it really I could just hit one of the two combinations of buttons that it might be.
Been a long time, comrade.
Because I don't think it punishes you for hitting the wrong combination, you just have to hit the right one in time.
Died in a crash 2 years ago. Is that what they told you?
You're the one who kidnapped Ashley.
You got John quick, as expected. After all, you and I both know where we come from.
Knife fight.
What do you want?
The sample Sadler developed, that's all.
Leave Ashley out of this.
It's a cool fight when you don't
I
have to
needed
look
her
down
to
at where the
buy Sadler's
QTE prompts
trust in
are.
me. Like you, I'm American.
Whee. Unnecessary flips, of course.
You got her involved just for that?
Nothing, nothing. That worked way too well for a move that exposed his back. Boot.
All for Umbrella's sake.
Umbrella.
Almost let it slip. Enough talk. Die, comrade.
And beep, 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 beep. Nearly missed the A. Christ.
Ada.
Well, if it isn't the bitch in the red dress.
Looks like we have the upper hand here.
You may be able to prolong your life, but it's not like you can escape your inevitable death, is it?
Well, can he say he skipped leg day?
You knew each other?
More or less. Maybe it's about time you told me the reason why you're here.
Maybe some other time.
See, it's funny because she doesn't explain shit.
Enjoy the reunion with your old friend.
As a matter of fact, I did.
Wonderful. I wouldn't want my special guests on the island feeling unattended.
Guess I'm supposed to thank you, right?
Ah, I have an idea. Since you're here, why don't I introduce you to it?
Why don't you know?
Should keep you busy.
Can't
No.
remember the name, huh? A senior moment, perhaps.
Oh. Enjoy the fun.
So just regular subtitles rather than closed captions, because the laughing bit was subtitleless. Then again, this game has shown itself to have a very dodgy relationship with subtitles, so... Right, so... Oh yes, this one. This bit... Oh, piss. Yes, here we go, here we go. Bloody hell. Gotta admit, it's hard to think of this as anything but a death trap. Does look cool though. No. Whee! Well, that was fun. All so you can get to a little throne room and take an emerald and have a seat. Granted, Leon deserves a wee sit down at this point. But there's no time for resting, apparently. Oh, hello. Thank you. Now what? Oh, it's the door. Right, okay, that explains it. And now we're underground, question mark? Odd water. Not terrible water ripples for the time, mind you. I think it was just, you know, magical fantasy that we could even display such things at the time, let alone anything that looked remotely decent, because that was obviously a little low res. I'll report my findings about the Plagas here. The Plagas have 3 distinct characteristics. 1. As mentioned previously, the Plagas have the ability to manipulate the behavioural patterns of their hosts. 2. The Plagas are social organisms. By this I mean that instead of living individually, they live in perfect social harmony. It is believed that they have a collective intelligence. This type of behaviour can be seen amongst insects such as bees and ants. However, this kind of social behaviour is rarely seen amongst parasitic organisms. Perhaps it was the learned behaviour by the Plagas. I'm finding out if this has any relationship with their first characteristic. 3. The Plagas have exceptional adaptational skills. They're able to live off many kinds of organisms by creating a symbiotic environment quickly. This ability, when combined with their social behaviours, allows them to interact intelligently between hosts regardless of the host organism. I'm ashamed to admit that my pure fascination with the Plagas, in hindsight, has blinded me to the true research objectives of the Los Illuminados. Even with the knowledge that Sadler was going to abuse the results of these experiments, I could not pull myself away from my research. As a result, I am just as responsible for this whole mess as he is. I see now that I was wrong. But can I stop their evil plans alone? No, you're dead.
Welcome.
Hey, pal.
Got some rare. What are you buying?
Interesting.
What are you buying?
But there's one thing in particular I think
What are you
I will
selling?
want to buy before the end. Don't know if I'll be able to afford it, frankly.
Thank you. Ah, is that all, stranger? Is that all?
Although those definitely
Thank
help.
you. What are you buying?
Okay, I know I'll be able to buy now, I just don't know if I'll be able to
Strange.
fit it in. Okay,
I'm back
some room again. Don't think I'll be able to Yeah, hell with it. There we are. Let's start combining these because no point in having just one of them. Of course, there's the question of actually finding a space for the rocket launcher I intend to purchase. So we're back to inventory Tetris, everybody's favourite. I say that sarcastically, I actually do kind of enjoy a bit of inventory Tetris. Right, so that's not enough yet. See if I can blind the merchant. Nope. No fucks given. He is in a truly fuckless mood. And I think I'll need to move this down here. That might be enough room. Okay, let's have another go. There we go. I feel a bit more confident now, or I would be if I weren't armed with just flashbang. It has its uses, but it's not what I prefer to have in my hands right now. Yes, hello. Okay, can't put it in there, but I can put it in there. I've got a single green herb spare. If I find another one. Huzzah! Oh, Christ, this bit. Right. What would work best in this situation? You know, not to give too much away about what's about to happen, but this part of the game does feel a bit on the boss rushy side. Just like throwing lots of different shit at you.
Ashley. What is that?
It's like that one scene in Aliens, but a lot less poignant. Blah. That might be the big lad that's been trying to punch us from day one. Day one? Minute one. Who knows how many days this took place over. Hi, pal. So I think I need to go around here. Hi. Excuse me. No, 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 no. I'd rather you didn't. Yeah, I think I can only use another one of those max health increasing herbs and have it still have any effect. I'm pretty close to max right now. Whee! Okay, same again. Where'd you go? No, 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 no. Right. Oh, I see it. This. Ah, there's the other one. Now I know where to go. I know what to do. And away we go. Let's take a Just reload here and figure out where stuff is. There's one of the buttons I need to press. There's a green switch around there that I need to shoot, and here's where I'll get attacked probably once I've hit this. Seems likely anyway. There we go. And now he's even bigger, which has no effect on me because I'm going to run by him. Oh, piss. Where do I hit? From somewhere else? Must be from somewhere else. Shit, I'm genuinely not sure what to do at the moment. Tell you what, whilst we're here, we'll employ that. There's a bit more time to figure out what's going on. Okay, experiment time. Since I don't have any regular grenades to try this with, this will have to be the way to go. I think the solution is to actually defeat him. I mean, I could try and then just get myself killed to not lose all my progress. Hey strangers, how's it going? I'm stuck. And there's a big man. It's a very large lad right here. But I just shot him in the face, so that makes up for it a little bit. Oh, for God's sake. Alright, I haven't wasted too much in getting past this. Hello. Cheerio. It is actually really easy to run by that thing. Much more so than expected. This could be the tricky part though. Especially if you can't get by him, shit. There we go. Thank you. And if he does stuff like that and slows me down, that will also affect things. Quite a lot. Really quite a lot. Whew. And there's one hook. I do like that I still have my shotgun equipped in the cutscene, but happy lurking strangers. Still haven't thought of a better joke for the lurk command, obviously. But welcome all the same. Oh Christ, really? I was hoping to try that door on the left, mind you, but maybe I actually do have to fight it. I don't remember this part of it all that well now I think about it. Piss. There we are. There we go. Okay, good hit on that, because he was practically wrapping around the damn barrel when I shot it, so... I meant to trap him in here. I honestly do not remember. To do that, and to actually, you know, trap. Oh, yeah, it's not gonna do it. That is not gonna do it. Plan 2. I thought he would approach from the other side, and now all we're doing is turning on the damn spot. That's not helping anyone. Oh, no. Crushing them underneath there was not the solution. Dear. Okay, maybe fighting the normal way. Why not? Just a little experiment since I've got a couple of these already. Oh, that did not stun him for long. Not long at all. Oh, fuck. Wrong side, sir. You're not... God damn it. He's not fallen into any of my traps. Also, was that gate open, or did he destroy it already? He destroyed it already. Shit. Alright, maybe I'll just fight him normally then. Finally get to use these a little bit. These MOs. Oh, that was fun. Oh no, come on. No, none of that. Oh, I am not buying what you're selling. Not in the slightest. There we go. Don't know if that was all me magnum ammo. Or if there was some trick one was meant to do to make that a lot easier. Well, I've got some ammo left over. Could be worse. And now I get to find out what's behind this door. Yay! But yeah, God. The game's kind of throwing the entire kitchen sink at us at this point. Oh. Yeah, we'll see what's coming up next, and then I might have a small break because it's been a very action-heavy segment up until this point. So if I can just find out what's up next and get myself overly anxious for it, I guess that's my plan. Wait. Now we're going backwards. Shit. Yeah, okay, this seems correct, and also where we just came from. Oh god, I don't know. Guess this is if you were desperate to go back, which I'm not so much. Can live without. Is ladder? Is ladder? I did not see ladder first time. And I'm basically teleported into another room entirely. Ooh, regular grenade. Not seen one I use in a while. Because after it, I'm all... Please, just let me out of here. That lack of a strafe does grate on a little something. A little something. Funnily enough, when a barrel doesn't give you usable contents, what it usually gives you is snack. And finish it off with a perfect suplex. That doesn't result in a head monster. Nope. Yes. Perfect. Perfectly executed. I wonder if there was any benefit to not doing it that way. Aside from a slightly different fight, but you know, is there some unlockable that you wouldn't get otherwise? I mean, honestly, that particular area just felt a bit like a reward from getting through all the other shit. See a door in the distance, you need another way in there. Well. Nothing over there. Actually, that is a question. Does it have something to do with that barrel that didn't explode? Maybe not. Maybe not. Ah, there we are. Whee! Fall damage? What fall damage? Die, smelly barrel. Oh, barrels aren't giving out the goodies anymore. Disappoint. Of course it's you again. Krauser's note. Turns out that old man Sadler wasn't buying me from the start. Even though I succeeded in kidnapping Ashley, I sort of sensed this when Sadler didn't completely let me in the loop. Under the circumstances, I had no other alternative but to call for her assistance. Perhaps she knew this was the way it was going to go all along. My guess is that her ultimate goal might be different from Wesker's and mine. This is just the perfect opportunity to find out. And after I get rid of Leon and retrieve the sample, I'll put her in a body bag along with Leon and send them both to Wesker. Which, I don't know when Ada met Wesker, but don't believe it happened in one of the games up until this point. God, 12 hours I've been at this.
Welcome.
More or less.
Got some rare. What are you selling?
Thought I had something to sell, but maybe I just picked up money.
Buying? What are you buying?
Yeah, I'll just be tuning it up. Not much else.
Come back.
I'll save it for now. And in fact, I will use that opportunity to have the little breaky break. So go have a stretch, go have a wee drink or a snack. If you've not taken your meds yet, do that. Make sure you stay on top of that because you deserve your health and happiness that comes with them. You are prescribed the meds for a reason. And you deserve the good outcome they bring. So, yep. I'll go to the BRB and I'll be back in a few. Okay, maybe we're getting somewhere now. Let's try that. Oh my god, where did we end up? I'm just doing what I'm told. I'm hired for a job, and that is to Leonardo da Vinci my way into bird genocide. That's what I'm here for. I don't make the rules. Oh, a clip failed? I never had that happen before. Is it just pressing the button or when trying to, like, finalize the clip?
Just try and
Figure he's
turn
crouching
the
by the
switch
windows,
off
yeah?
now, you bastard.
Yeah, sorry about the volume. But... bespoke animation! A new camera angle! Haha, ya dick! Stitch that, ya cunt!
You couldn't.
I got to exploit him a little bit for content. Yes, I did. Because you're a handsome star and everyone loves you. But that's half the problem. You're very handsome, but you bloody well know it. Yes, you do. You're gorgeous and I love you. Yes. That's it. Thank you. Might be a way around this. This is not it. Oh no! Oh no! 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 Yeah. No, I think the solution is much more along the lines of heated balloon of air. Was to be your spoils. Yep. There we go. Now they can only vomit on me. Ah, you fucks. Ooh, 4 of them. In the ass. Now you fucker. That'll do. Yeah, worth pointing out that one of my major shortcomings in previous boss battles was I was dancing about like an idiot trying to keep my health up and not actually attacking the boss. You do have to do damage to them to win, as it turns out. So glad they picked this angle for the animation. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Groovy.
Yep.
Let's.
To get out of here with that herbal essences ad shit.
Hey, where are you?
We reassemble with our families back
I heard him. You heard him.
Despite overwhelming odds.
Oh, I heard you talk about him.
Valiant fighters never gave
Oh,
up.
there he is. He's
And in many cases,
he's between my legs.
gave
Ah!
their lives.
Don't lick.
Now the time has come to leave.
Ah, so tasty.
Yes, we have defeated Asgard.
I mean, it was my ankle, but still.
You all know beyond a shadow of
Is
a
he
doubt
licking your wound? Yes! There we fucking go. There we fucking don't. Nobody clips that. I cannot take the shame. Fuck. Just wait for you to get a bit closer. No! Oh, fuck off! Fuck off! Oh. Oh, never before has my petard been so hoisted. Jesus Christ. Welcome aboard. And happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Poop the balloon. Poop the balloon. Can I come about? Oh, fucking hell. Of all the jump scares to actually get me, it was a fucking balloon bursting. And I did it. I played myself. You demand perfection, Iki. The kind you'd get on your own stream. Okay. How's that? So, I see we finally got the pupper clip in the BRB. Good to see. His best BRB. He's the bestest one. There are no betters. Where do I go from? There we go. Yeah, on to the rest of the game, I guess. I did save, so that's good. Stabbed a barrel, that's always fun. Reloaded a shotgun, who doesn't enjoy that? Now I just have to... Yes, it is the bit I was thinking of. Now I just have to remember how exactly that goes. This big old blob of a shadow.
So, you two are all hooked up now, is that it?
Where's Ashley?
Do you really want to know?
Yes!
She's beyond that gate. But you'll need 3 insignias to open it.
What are you gonna do, Krauser?
There's one in the north, and the other in the east.
And let me guess, you got the last one.
It pretty much means you're on a tight leash.
Hey, I'll
Sounds
go
like
one
you
of
thought
those.
this one out pretty well.
Right, so let's close the gap a little bit. I don't know if I'm actually safe in here, so I'm not hang around for too long. I was not safe in there. Not safe at all. Yeah, for some reason he takes a lot more damage when you stab him compared to like any other weapon you've got. Just pick that up from a speed run somewhere. You took the time out to put on some makeup for your meeting. I know. Yeah, he's back again. Ow. Don't know how to avoid that poke in the face, or if indeed I can. Right, so... I hate to keep using health like that, but... it does get some shotted gun shells. In fact, I'll keep this out. Oh, hold on. God damn it. There we go. I have to interact with this to say, yes, this is the thing I need to do, and I did not know what I was doing before this, so thank God this came along. Wow, I can't aim for shit, browser.
Got you off guard.
Ow, my everything exploded. The fuck? Right, you just settle down, son. Don't actually know how much damage I need to do to him to make all this good. We'll find out. Does this take me to the right place or just back where I was? Back where I was by the sound of it. Ah, you sneaky little bitch. Oh, 4 button prompts this time. Oh, game, you spoilers. No way I can reach in and move that. Actually, no, I can't move that lever. It's embedded in the guard. Okay, fair play, game. Fair play. Check those corners. Wait for QTE.
What do you intend to do restoring Umbrella?
To bring order and balance to this insane world of ours.
A psycho like you can't bring order or balance.
You don't seriously think a conservative mind can chart a new course for the world, do you?
I'll see how you like it when this. Okay. Thought I'd have him there, but.
That's what I'm talking about. Don't just stand there. Come out and fight like a man.
I'm not falling for that one.
Just trying to have fun.
What was. Ah! Damn, timing's off. Okay, now he's just racking me, so.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's a bit better. Also, I need to heal. Now, what if... Yeah, worked out a bit better.
That's what I'm talking about.
And he's fucked off. Okay. Ah, yes. That puzzle that Leon's very familiar with. Yep. I pushed it a bit far, but that's fine. A little time wasted, that's all. And yeah, not quite. There we go. 2 switches. I know where one of them is, but not the other one. Ah, there it is. So when does it pop out again, I wonder? Well, thanks to that one time he was hiding behind a corner. It has got me paranoid now. That just disappears into the sand somehow. Ah. Butts. Go butts. I think if I could probably get away with handgun rounds for these. Yep. There we are.
What is it that you fight for, comrade?
My past, I suppose.
Umbrella.
Why did you just say... Oh, umbrella. What? What did Leon do with umbrella? Swear to God, I don't remember having this many questions the first time I played this. Just combine that now while I remember. And since it's more likely that this bastard's going to show up, I shall get out the shotted gun. Awfully nice of them to build this tower with the exact the exact right circumference of Leon's turning angle. There's the other one. When does himself show up? Right now. Hey!
2 down, 1 more to go, Krauser.
We'll see about that.
See, the one big arm jokes, they write themselves. I'm not gonna dive into that.
Witness the power!
You've lost it completely, Krauser.
Prepare for your death, Leon.
Oh, son of a fuck. He's going to explode the everything. And, you know, stab the shit out of me. I'd rather he didn't do that. Nope, follow the prompts, otherwise you get stabbed. There we go. Oh, genuinely sweating at that one. Got a little bit above and beyond at the makeup. Yeah, he would get first place in the cosplay competition for that one. Now the eternal question, does he have to combine all of the items he just picked up, or place them individually? Also, how do I get down? I've only got a minute and 3/4 left. Jesus Christ. Ah yes, there we go. Yep. Assuming I just go to these. Oh no, I don't. No, I need to find a switch. I think I'm going to explode. Oh no, I just come down here. That works. Okay, slightly panicked for a second, but it's fine. Everything's fine. All is good. Comforting to see, after all this, Leon's hair is still fabulous. Indeed it is. Nothing can muss that do up. So hello, Pickle Dog. Welcome in. Good to see you. Oh. Just gonna enjoy the save music for a little while. Take a little time to savor this. I think I called this a lemon tart last time round, but it's not. It's just a lemon bakewell. But it's vaguely lemony, a bit biscuity, and lots sugary. So take some time to savor this. I don't want to do that. I'm just saying, but bro. Oh, no. Oh, who the fuck is that?
So, it seems you killed Krauser too. How shall I return my appreciation?
What are you talking about? I thought he was with you.
What are you talking about? Did you really think I'd trust an American? To tell you the truth, I was contemplating how to get rid of him. But thanks to you, that's no longer necessary.
You were just using him right from the start.
Oh, I must hand it to you. You've demonstrated quite a bit of promise by killing Krauser. When your assimilation with Las Plagas is complete, I'll have you serve as my guard.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to decline your generous offer. I have prior engagements.
Enjoy your smart-mouthing while you can.
Verifica la presión de esa válvula. ¿Y tú? ¿A qué terminaste?
Oh no, come on, one of them has a rocket launcher? That's not fair.
¿Viste algo? No hay problema.
I am disinclined to acquiesce to your request. Fortunately, it's not opposite day.
Hey, it's about time.
Sorry, bad traffic. I'll cover you.
So casual about it, considering this fucker's about to go to war with these guys. How does a helicopter sneak up on you? Boop! See, the thing is, unless they're allergic to water, don't know how much effect that was going to have other than unnerving them a bit. Stealth helicopter? I bet you can hear it. Well, that makes my job easier.
Now that's what I call backup.
The name's Mike. You looking for firepower, you come to the right place.
I mean, sorry. I was about to ask if there's anyone left, but evidently yes. No, no, please. I thought I could go through a window, but apparently not. Guess I'm not going that way. I could really use one of these, so let's do that. Maybe they're a wee bit deaf. Maybe. Ow. Yeah, I'll just get out of the way of these dudes, especially when there's a helicopter willing to do the shooty bangs for me. Oh. Yeah, just spotted you. Okay. Well, now you're asking. In the middle of something, helicopter. Please. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. No, they just died. Excellent. I suppose when they've got nothing but plagues taking up their head, just waiting to pop out at any second. Maybe it does affect their hearing a little bit. Speaking of, I thought I heard one of those heads explode. Oh well, find out. Well, somebody's dying. Not sure who. That didn't work. There it is. So how are you shooting it? I genuinely can't tell. Okay, I guess it was him. I wasn't shooting at the building I was in, was it? That was inherently unsafe. Oh, bye. Well, that lasted long. I actually don't know where the what's it is, the minigunman was hiding. Feels like there's been more than 4 deaths. There's certainly been more than 4 retries. Just maybe nip back in here until I fully ascertain where this fucker is. No, it's just a switch. A couple of those were actually deaths, to be fair. Yeah. I still think if I turn around, I'll see where this fucker's firing from. Killed me last time. Ah, there we go. You know, I'm just gonna copy the words bang death ad. Be much quicker. This is when I remember I can't strafe in this game. I should just keep shooting because it's probably the only fucker that's possibly capable of taking down that helicopter right now. But, you know, when I'm not in danger of being murdered by the everything else. Oh, can kill it. Ow! I guess just wings me, because every other time I've been hit by that minigun, it's been instant death. Yay! Now I can roam in peace. And finally find out what's up here. Zip line! Eee! Is that it? Oh, I can get down here and do the switch. And nearly land in barbed wire, because greatest Secret Service agent on the planet. Yeah, I'll just hang it here for a bit, that's fine. Stab the barrel, of course. All barrels deserve to be stabbed. Sorry, my phone went off there. And yes, crouch here as well. Oh, not for long though, because kind of under attack a little bit. As it turns out. Oh, fucker had dynamite as well. Whee! Ow! Yeah, I don't know if I can get those ones in the turrets. Let's go with this. Give a quick cheeky heal. Yeah, we'll charge in like nothing's wrong. But not for long, because I'm pretty sure that would utterly kill me. Or we can get our helicopter buddy to help. Manners! Can't you see I'm hiding from a helicopter? Said the guy in the turret. Just glad the turret's on our side. Not the turret, the helicopter. Fuck. Oh, screw it. We'll see if we can hit them after all. Oh, it turns out they're meaty, but nope, they can absolutely be shotted. Ah, yes, here we are. Hang back a second. Get you out of the way. Don't need to kill you right now. It's not worth it. Wait, shit, how do I get onto... Oh, I think I see it now. Take cover? Where? I require details, Mr. Pilot. GP suplex! Yes! Where'd you come from? Right, just need to go and do that other button now. And you ran straight past me, that's fine. Right, something seems tacitly, but I'm questioning the tactics of these lads. They do seem to be fucking all of it up. One of them all climbed up by now, surely. Luckily I can just do this. Aha! If you don't mind, sir, that's my loot right there. Hopefully this counts as cover. Also, how many missiles can one helicopter have? I suppose the flight back will be a bit quicker now. Won't have all that extra weight. And what fresh hell are we heading towards? Capture? I don't know. Oh, my boys! Take cover. Wurmst. Wurmst. Question answered. Fair play game. No. My favorite jacket. Bit of a camp tone this game, if you weren't aware.
Thanks. When we get out of here, drinks are on me.
Yeah, hey, I know a good bar.
No! We only had 1 day from retirement.
Mike!
How'd you... That's a shame. They were such good boys. They did us good. They did us proud. And the killer doesn't even come for us.
Make sure you're the next to go, Sadler.
Mike! Where is the bar? You never told me.
Ooh, I'm sorry, Leon.
Sadler, you bastard!
It's nothing to get all upset about. Don't tell me you've never swatted a bothersome fly. In essence, it's the same thing.
What did you say? Insects' life doesn't compare to human lives.
When you've acquired this power, you too will understand.
Guess it's another good reason to get the parasite out of my body.
I wish you luck.
Well, why are you doing that? That's totally antithetical to your plans. Or maybe you just think it won't make a difference. And just have a little goblin run around this place. Mike, I'll make sure they pay for the drinks. Although, in fairness, Leon's getting very upset that, you know, in the hundreds that he slaughtered to get all the way here, one of his goes down and he's like, no, this is the worst thing that's ever happened. All my focus and emotion goes into this. Whole... Yeah, there's gonna be nothing good in here, is there? Oh, shiny thing though. Pearl pendant.
Leon, you okay?
Yeah.
Thankfully, I wore sensible clothes. Those alien bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my lift. Yeah, fair, Ada. He said it was fine and then went all red-eyed.
Sorry, Ada.
That was not a good enough sorry, Leon. Not even close.
We have to get that parasite out of your body.
Yeah. But before that, I gotta save Ashley.
Fine. Let's split up.
We were together? You've never been entirely clear on this, Ada. Boot. Oh god, where are we? Right. Oh good, none of this is creepy at all. But I really could use the health items this exploring might bring, so... Ah, yes. That'll be why they give me rifle ammo. Hey, Between the Borders, welcome in. How's it going? I am killing bastards! Oh. There's a red dot on the back.
Soup's on.
Soup is on, indeed. Thank you, strangers. There we go. And I'm running low on rifle ammo. Shit. Now I just have to hope none of those bastards show up. Again. Totally normal thing to have in a jail cell. Then again, this entire it's not what I meant to do. This entire island has been having a normal one. And obviously you can't walk up these broken steps because they're rusty. You'd have to fill out a health and safety form before you even looked at it, you know. It's not worth it. Ooh, yes. Absolutely no point to this. I've already got maximum health, so... Maximum total health, rather. Okay, but it's implied that that is the way to go, because that other way was a dead end. Yep, apparently that's the way I go. I just need to find a way up there. Is this a different game, or was Leon always dressed like this? He was not always dressed like this, but it's the same game. Ah, he just climbs up the side, bypasses the sharp staircase issue entirely. Fair enough. Stays within health and safety procedures and avoids paperwork. Well done, Leon. But yeah, I bought him a bulletproof vest. And elbow pads, now that I look at it twice. Hello, friends. Just, they were looking at me a bit odd, so I thought I'd remove the ambiguity from the situation. He's coming. He's coming out to play. Eventually, yes. Ow! That's what I get. But I do get a suplex out of it, so... But also that happens, so... This year's Leon dresses to kill. And be killed. At least 6 times.
That doesn't work.
And clearly does not work between the borders, you are correct. Let's take this approach, I think. I've got plenty of ammo for it. I just feel like tearing through them, quite frankly. Fuck you and your ranged bullshit. That's my gimmick. Never thought I'd feel this Rambo with tank controls, but here we are. And we'll go up, why not? Probably because it gives us better opportunities to be shot. Ah, there he is. Right, I have a plan for you. Nope, need a lot more handgun bullets before that's effective. How about these? Two seems to do it. Yay! Barrel murder. Card reader. Right. Pile of gold. Brilliant. Bye. Fuck. Hey! No head explode. More gold. I do like the shiny. Prefer silver myself, but the gold appears to be very tradable in shops for goods and services, so I'm not going to complain. I am, however, going to switch. Ah, boo. Ah, a card! Run away! What's going on?
It's
Even as
a
an American,
table.
you think firing that many rounds at someone in cover is a mite excessive. I'm trying to think of anybody else who'd be comparable, but no, America just has that reputation. It's hard not to reflect on the sheer amount of murder going on here, and I just completed Strife today, which, Doom era first-person shooter. You do a lot of murdering in those. It's like their whole thing. It's the very many slaughter. Ah, piss. Right. Need the good herbs. At this point. Grenade sounds good. And everyone goes flying. The circle of life or something. Oh, piss, you're... You can one of them face monsters. Ooh, sneaky. We're not sneaky enough to avoid suplex. Thou shalt feel the wrath of Leon Suplex Kennedy. Maybe. Hitboxes permitting. Oh shit, his head exploded again. Well, not his head. A head exploded again, and I'd rather it hadn't. You know what, hell with this. Fucking... that was embarrassing. Right. Let's see. And yes, thank you for the for the table between the bars. Hello, Rizalka. Good morning. The continued tour seems to have taken a somewhat urgent tone. It has. It's been non-stop action for just over 2 hours now. The Russians also built an entire aircraft around the gun, but theirs was powerful enough it shook the plane apart. Bloody hell. I do a lot of murdering in the games, it has to be said. A wrapped Strife. You're told the game is tough. It does have its really basically fuck the player moments, like some absolute arsehole fights. Particular one where you not only have to deal with a boss that can basically insta-kill you, ow, but one where you also have to deal with jumping down off platforms or being very good at maneuvering in a 2.5D first-person shooter to avoid taking fall damage. I eventually got good at it, but I was not good when I started doing it. In goes the card. And buttons are now available. Yeah, and I also got the slightly crap ending because of the choice I made, which... balls. You're off to bed! Thank for stream! Did you leave caps on? Did I leave caps? Didn't mean to shout. Yes. No worries, Pixie. Enjoy bed. You remember it was very ahead of its time, but kind of obtuse. It has 2 engines and one makes 0 sense regarding the path to get there. I don't know. Maybe I didn't read too much into the ending, but it made enough sense to me. Press button. Yes. Where other button? Can I get up there? I may have stuff to steal. No, corpse has yielded nothing. Boo. Terrible corpse. Always feels good to line up one of those properly. But you know what feels better? Suplex! You know what feels better than suplex? Wait for it. Wait for it. Suplex that explodes the head! So yeah, it has been mile a minute stream, but we are approaching the end of the game, so perhaps that is to be expected. Yeah, electronic locks, as expected. Yeah, it is kind of fun actually to go back and read some of the rather insane things that were created in the name of war, but only I find the ones that didn't get used. Like, the plane with a giant gun that rips itself apart. Because nobody was really nobody was harmed en masse by that thing. I have no doubt that there was going to be casualties in the process of making it, no matter which side. Yep. Ooh, ho, ho, ho. How hard do you have to be kicked that not only does your head explode, but you go flying? That is a sheer amount of force I don't think I have ever output. This spa is weird.
You'll soon harbor an awesome power. Yet it seems you would rather choose death.
I'm taking Ashley back, whether you like it or not.
Ah, the audacity of youth.
Bonk. Oh, rude.
Leon, now!
And don't look behind you to see if he's coming to give you seconds. I was about to ask why are my bullets red, but no, they've been in the body. Of course they are.
Move!
That's where the blood is.
Let's go!
I love Russian engineering. Half of it's plywood and cheap steel and the other half is hold my vodka insanity. People do get inventive, and in times of war, that is when some of them get greenlit. Well, he's not a cool guy because he was clearly looking at the explosion. It's you again. Of course it is. Louis Memo 5. From the initial stages of the research, we have been searching for a safe and practical removal procedure for the Plaga. Ironically, it turns out that the real objective of this research was not to find a way to remove the Plaga from the infected persons, but to find a way so that the Plaga could not be removed from the body easily. In the end, we were able to find out that the Plagas could be removed only by exposing them to a special radiation. The only drawback of this method is that it is a very painful procedure. Since the Plaga attaches itself to the nerves, there is a possibility that it may impair the consciousness of the host. Another fact that must be mentioned is that once the Plaga grows into an adult, the removal procedure could kill the host. But perhaps death isn't so bad when you think about the alternative. Ashley, when did you get hurt?
Got a selection of good. What are you selling?
I don't have anything to sell, I imagine. Oh, one thing.
What are you
Not a bad price for it either.
What are you buying?
I've got all the
What are you buying?
The upgrades for capacity.
Is that all?
Just so I can reload that thing, essentially.
Is that all?
Same for that.
Thank you. Is that all?
I would like that to have more
Thank
boom.
you.
It's good to remember the Russians invented EDM, machinery, not music, and railguns. The rocket engines are still top tier. The Cold War had one positive: a lot of innovation with minimal deaths. That is true.
Come.
Still, it feels morbid, but no, accurate. There's nothing on the scale of the World Wars going on there. I don't know if I just had to adjust my eyes from one screen to the other, but for a second it looked like the game had taken a drop in visual quality, and I don't know why. You know what? Fuck it. Ah, that felt unnecessary, but quite good. No, fuck off. Okay. And 2. Oh, his head didn't explode, sadly. But I'll take that. Oh, I guess I'll heal Ashley. Right, which way are we meant to go? Okay, those both lead to the same place. I was going to say, where are we meant to go, and let's explore all the other places first, but we've been there, so.
This hunk of junk? I don't know about this, Leon.
There's only one way to find out. You operate.
And can it do my eyebrows while it's at it?
You sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
Alright. Here goes nothing.
Oh, right in the nipples. Okay, maybe a little higher. Not quite quote material, but fuck it. Gunfire. That felt quite good.
How are you feeling?
Like $1,000,000.
I thought you were gonna die. Alright. Guess I'm up.
You okay?
Are we cured it? No.
I don't know about you, but I think it's time we go home.
Next, the final chapter. So, yeah, that's pretty conclusive. I think we're going to finish this one here unless I entirely arse it up. Which I might. No need to use any of this anymore. Just go up the stairs and kill a thing. That said, we're obviously heading for a boss encounter, but again, I don't quite remember how it plays out. EDM is where they have an electrode off on a wire and it generates high frequency electric arcs, eats away very cleanly. What's it for? Oh no, Leon got pregnant on his Kontiki. No. Yeah, it turns out that he can get pregnant. Sorry, he can get pregante. But how does he know if he's pregnant? That's how it goes. The real power of the United States lies in 3 areas: the Justice Department, the administrative bodies, and the military. In order to take control of these areas, we must influence the minds of the people who advise the president. After this is done, the rest of the departments will quickly fall under our sway. If by chance the United States were to figure out our plan, the damage caused should be minimal. We will still be able to conquer the country as planned using our backup plan. Once we control the country, we will use their international influence to our advantage. The rest of the world will fall swiftly. As already stated, if our first plan doesn't go as smoothly as expected, we'll proceed with our secondary plan. By sending in our special forces, we will infiltrate the country from within. Fear and chaos will spread through the nation like a virus. It'll only be a matter of time before the country loses its stability. At that time, when they're most vulnerable, we will strike. Rejoice, my brethren, the world shall soon be cleansed. How about no? How about it Walney? And how about stab some boxes?
Welcome.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious that
Selection of what are you buying?
I should use up whatever I've got here.
Not enough cash, stranger. What are you buying? What are you
Can't
selling?
doubt that I got anything that was sellable. And indeed I did not.
Any time.
God, why did I even pick up the yellow herb? Don't think it has any effect other than increase max health.
Something's not right. Ashley, you stay here.
Something's not right, as if we're on an island of monsters or something.
Ada!
How did that happen? No.
Better try a new trick, cause that one's getting old.
Well, thank God she had something soft to laugh on, land on.
I've been better.
What's so funny?
Oh, I think you know. The American prevailing is a cliche that only happens in your Hollywood movies. Oh, Mr. Kennedy, you entertain me. To show my appreciation, I will help you awaken from your world of cliches.
Ada, stand back.
Why do the eyes always go in the mouth? Yeah, sadly this won't be the fun one-shot that it was the first time. But I'm sure I'll be able to skip some of it with an old trick. Oh, climb, right. Because we're gonna do steady. Don't know if that'll be a whole phase of the boss fight or what, but it'll be something. Just get the hell away from this thing, thank you very much. Try that for a laugh, why not? Ow! Yeah. Thought I do that. You know, I'm going to move you over here because I keep needing to select you and it's a pain in the arse to keep going all the way over there. Oh shit! I could have done a stabby, but I did not think I had done enough damage. Oh, there it is. Stabby! was going to say get some distance, but not even very much. I'll pass. Yeah. Yeah, thought that was going to happen. Can I time this right? There we go. Stabby. Damn it, give me an eyeball. Okay, I have to admit this boss is actually a hell of a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. So look out for one of those eyeballs to appear. There we go. Did I put it on the easiest difficulty or something and not remember? I may have done. I think I'm going over here. No, nope, shit. That did not entirely work out, I must admit. Ow. You poked me so hard. Genuinely surprised I survived that. There we go. Come on. Come on. I don't remember how many stabby I need to do. But at least one more.
Use this.
Or we could be done. As soon as I do a bunch of Tetris to be able to fit this thing in here. Now. No. Stop it. There we go. And here. You go here. You go here. You go here. And the special rocket launcher. There it is. Boom! Right in the eyeball. But, of course, not done yet.
Sorry, Leon. Hand it over.
Ada, you do know what this is.
Another one of those stealth helicopters.
Don't worry. I'll take good care of it.
Ada!
Gotta go.
Ada, for
If I
fuck's
were
sake.
you, I'd get off this island too.
She really pushed it.
Couldn't have given us a head
Cash.
start. More than
Better get a move
3
on.
minutes.
See you around.
Very cute.
Anyway, now to run for my life. And Ashley's, I guess. Lots of money for it though, that's nice. But yeah, I couldn't put the controller down quite yet because there's an escape sequence. I was gonna say in Resident Evil fashion, but They only really brought it in from RE2 onwards.
We have to get off this island now. It's gonna blow any minute.
It's gonna what?
Blow. Upwards. There will be a blow up. And yeah, it's not even just getting to the end. There's another playable bit after that. Enough to pick up. Jet ski key, which is fun to say.
Hang on, sweetheart.
Jet ski key, jet ski key. Bloody hell, this strafe's at a fair clip. They don't give us strafing for the entire game, and then the moment they do, they make up for it. Whee! Oh, that was fun. Okay, maybe I do still have to control. Maybe, maybe not. Don't quite remember. Yeah, apparently so. Now, why you would do anything other than just push forward at this point, and occasionally left and right, I don't know. But surely time is way too tight to consider anything else. Just full accelerate, deal with it, deal with the reflexes. That I may have discovered the reason. Actually, I'm gonna do a wee experiment. And oops. Well, that's one interesting thing about the mouse control is you can turn a hell of a lot quicker than you can with the controller. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm just gonna catch up on chat. It's used for cutting hard steels very cleanly or machining a single carbon electrode to shape, then sinking the pattern into a block. They're common for making injection molds. So, reckon Arlen got COVID, spent Sunday with them, just happened to get ill yesterday. Yeah, I've been seeing that going on. I still don't have COVID at the last time. PCR test which now tells you about other respiratory illnesses, viruses, so you have viral bronchitis. Fucking hell. You and respiratory infections, man. There's a conspiracy going on and I don't like it. You ever get to use a rocket launcher? Hope you remember to call it an old trick. Took it out just before folks came for the holidays. I'm glad it was negative because you suddenly feel like crap. Mum is feeling okay too, so evaded COVID once again. Yes! I mean, viral bronchitis not better, but COVID worse. Yep, yeah, seriously, thanks Ada. Heavily implied that's what happened in RE2 as well. Hey you, giant monster, chill for a sec while I Tetris my inventory, will you? I do love that Tetris has become a verb. It does make me happy. You have an explosion to run from. We need you to work on your slow-mo. Oh fuck me, that's loud. Sorry about that, I did not expect the volume to spike nearly as much. It's not giving me an option to... There we go. I've not got the game in focus, that's what's happened. Right. 1 second. For a second I was like, the game's not going to let me continue. And then I was like, oh, my controller's not responding. So the island blew up. Oh, shit, yeah. Actually used the damn thing.
Hang on, sweetheart.
I also don't know how to set off the glitch where Leon flies off without the jet ski. But that has been noted. Whee! Oh. Cutscene. Skippy cutscene. Oh. I wonder if I can hug the wall or if that has some other adverse effect that I don't know about. Also, this thing corners like a mad bastard. Oh! The big wave caught up with me. Okay, one more time.
Hang on, sweetheart.
I thought it was much higher after a previous week. No, it's only for today. Love the old "it's the controller's fault" excuse. Hello, Mick. Very nice to see you. No, it is. It's nice to see you. Welcome in. Too slow. Hey, welcome, Web. Welcome in. How are you fine gents doing tonight? I have had to do this jet ski bit, frankly, too many times. I should have learned from my hubris the first time. And no, I'm not adding to the death counter when I deliberately let the island blow up. That one doesn't count, although I do have one to add. Yeah, death count gets reset at the start of each stream, so...
Ashley!
101 ways to fuck up a jet ski level.
Ashley!
Yes, hello, that's me.
Where are ya?
You're welcome, Web. Yeah. You're exhausted but pleased to watch me crash your jet ski. Hooray! Well, glad I could give the people what they asked for.
Come on. Let's go home.
Sounds like a great idea. Mission accomplished. Right, Leon?
Not quite. I still have to get you home safe.
Also, this jet ski doesn't have enough fuel to get back to America.
After you take me back to my place, how about we do some, overtime?
Sorry.
Somehow I knew you'd say that, but it doesn't hurt to ask, you know? So, who was that woman anyway?
Why do you ask?
Come on, tell me.
She's like a part of me I can't let go. Let's leave it at that.
There's also a part of you that keeps fucking showing up. That doesn't help. Water, water all around, but I has to drink. It does. I won't add to the total if I mean to die. Now I see why the death count is so low for tonight. So there we go. Again, it had been so long since I played this, I had no memory of what the credits were like, and also that's very loud for some reason. Added a nice little slider to my touch portal. I do not regret this decision. What indeed? Thank you for the GG's, Pickle Dog. Yeah, I do not remember this kind of bizarre... We were unable to film this back in the 1890s, therefore we just filmed a piece of paper. You jest, obviously. You all know there's nothing but pro gaming in here. Oh Christ, don't look at my clips then. Jesus. Oh my god, where are these emotes from? Piscara. And Decaf Jedi. I know that name. Oh, Buster Chicken Street. A good call. Given that I've been at this for nearly 3 hours. You will forever remember that Leon's jet ski won't make it back to America. It won't! There ain't a jet ski with a gas tank big enough to go from Spain to America. Strangely apropos quote right there. I think that was Rogue Legacy 2. Because every time you die, you respawn or start a new game with a child of the previous character you were playing. Hence... 252 dead children. And then they ran out of concept art. What if Leon has the bandana for infinite fuel, or does that only work with Snake? Come to think of it, how did Snake get away from Shadow Moses? Because isn't that I imagine that being an island facility. I don't remember off the top of my head. Leon eats Ashley after a couple of days drift. Yeah, 100%. Like, have we seen Ashley again? No. Even in that game where Leon was best buddies with the president and I was really sad about shooting his zombie ass in the face. His zombie ass in the you know what I mean. A promotional movie? Which one? Snowmobile plus glaciers. Right, but again, only so much fuel in those things. There was a snow skier, sure, the jet ski of the snow. His zombie face ass, yes. Good, glad we're on the same page there. You can assume he has an exfiltration plan, but he was betrayed by everyone 6 times. He was. Including somebody he wasn't even meant to meet on that mission. She betrayed him and all. Just, that's Leon's character right there. Gets betrayed, nobody listens to him. Protected under the laws of the Raccoon Police Department. Unauthorized duplication, distribution, or exhibition may result in civil liabilities, and a STARS member will shoot you in the face or something.
Finally, the line's jack free.
Hey, Hunnigan, no glasses.
Forget the glasses. What's the status of the mission?
I've rescued the subject. We're returning home.
You did it, Leon.
Thanks. You know, you're kind of cute without those glasses. Give me your number when I get back.
May I remind you that you're still on duty.
Story of my life.
So, if I were to shoot Ashley and fail the mission, would that count as me being put off duty? I'm gonna have a terrible rank. Way too many saves and first aid sprays. No. Oh, infinite launcher. That could be fun. The evolution chain is bicycle, motorcycle, jet ski, snowmobile. Exactly. Would be a clever use of a loophole. A clever... Not sure if that's the right word for it. Okay, I'll have a quick go with the mercenaries because it's been a while. And I used to be all about that, so... I think I got fairly decent asset. I don't think I got all the way through though. Besides seeing your folks give you a book on someone in the retirement community who was like, it's like he saw all this coming. Point was it's constant, but I'm glad to be seen as perceptive. So yeah, point is you kill as many of them in a row as possible. That builds up combo. It gives you many points. Should probably kill one of them. I haven't actually managed that yet. Ow. Piss off. Shit. Thought I could kick him, but I could not. Oh, shit. Oh, this is going terribly. Slightly better. Oh, piss. I heard you, Mr. Chainsawman. Chainsaw Woman, I do apologize. Yeah, absolutely fucking gash at this. Oh, Scott, you were wondering what the S was for. Yeah, that is the genuine, I suppose it canon middle name, but we all know it's Suplex. Fuck. No, there's a dynamite man. Dynamite man that I want to get away from. Shit. Suddenly doing an absolutely terrible job of keeping track of my ammo. Here, the chainsaw, so... Get the fuck away from these folks. Yeah, I think it's this actually killing the bastards part that I seem to be having the real trouble with. Excuse me, lads. Nope, shit. Oh my god, 9 seconds left and I still fucked it. Okay, I will finish this goddamn game once without getting my fucking heat cut off. Like Mary Queen of Leon Scott, Mary Queen of Scott. Fuck it. Thought there was a joke in there, there isn't. Yeah, down here. I do believe. Oh, thank. It could be useful. What I really need is more time, and I'm not sure where to find it. I really should take advantage of that bonus and just actually do some murders. There we go. Good start. You know? Don't think I quite got him. No, not quite. Oh, piss. Don't know if that counts as a 2 kills or 1. Oh, piss. There we are. Could have gone wrong. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm tempted to just let time run out on this one, because I need to reload and there's chainsaw bastards behind me. Oh, that was quicker than I thought it would be. Yeah. There we go. Finished! So that's Mercenaries mode. You do combos and points happen. The yearly Kidnap the President's Daughter and Hunt the Secret Service Agent Festival. Yeah, they keep having it in the same place and it just gets bloodier every single time. I don't know why they would just stop. Can get more than 2 stars though, surely. And there's a different starting position. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I'll just do a wee explore. Get stabbed a little bit. Time! More time! Yes, that's what I want. Also want to not get you know, my heat cut off, so that'll be the next thing to work on. Oh, there's a chest there, I never even noticed. And I got another bonus thing. So this is where I just start murders with shotgun. Shit. Nearly lost my combo there, but managed to retain it. Go, and you've opened the door for me. How kind indeed. Shit. Shit. Yes! Kept my combo. I am happy about that. So happy I don't know words. Yeah, I'm about to lose it though, I think. Yeah. Ah! Yeah, pitchfork kill for you, sir. Reload. Probably don't need the red herb at all, considering that the only enemy that's got close to taking me down are the chainsaw ones, and they don't fucking care how much health you've got. You're gonna die. You're gonna die with no head. The terrible affliction. Oh yeah, I didn't start killing stuff because I'm on that bonus thing. And not getting my heat cut off. I cannot stress the importance of this enough. Well, bonus time is a bit of a bust, but I am thus far not dead. On the other hand,
reinforcements have arrived.
Red! Holy shit! Sorry.
It's not called samurai.
Just let that quickly. Yeah. Yeah. So yes, hello raiders. I think you all know who I am by now, but if not, hello, I'm Ikifu. I play whatever the hell I feel like, and it happens to be Resident Evil 4 at this point. We have a GameCube controller, which I thought was rather nice. Also, Boop, hello, Invisible Girl, hello, Beset Breers, thank you very much for the raid. How was your... Is it the first time you've played Resi Remake or not? Because I'm going to have to go back and watch that, I do want to see it. I did vote for it after all. And Kiara's booped also. Boops to you all. Good timing for on the other hand. No cosplay to remove this time. I mean, nothing to stop you. Streaming remakes seems like the logical course of action. It makes sense to me, indeed. I'll probably be going on to remake after this, actually, unless I swap it out for something in the meantime. But the plan is to go through the remakes, and if I swap in enough stuff, then hopefully RE4 make will be out by the time I'm finished with that. The book was stolen from Invisible Girl, clearly because you threatened everyone to vote for it. Been quite a while, not entirely because zombies scare you, but you've seen a few LPs. So you admit the vote was rigged from the start. Indeed. Oh, thank you again for the raid. And I was about to say I'm glad you had fun, but you did not actually state that you had fun, so that would be unfair of me to say. And that's a chainsaw. As you can see, we are in mercenaries mode because we got to the end of the game. Afraid Ashley survived, but you know, we'll live. But she doesn't show up in any other games as far as I recall, so. Oh, fucked a lot of yous. Do I have any grenades? No. All I have is egg. Fuck off! There we go. So it's blind with mumbled directions. On the plus side, turns out you look cute wearing Jill's beret. Oh, I bet, yeah. Needed a snack on the way home. So we've got 1 egg. And got 4 stars. Yay, much better. And that's the Red Rogue. What do you mean the Red Rogue? I don't see any lockpicks. She doesn't even have cat ears and a tail. Ashley Graham greater than last Ashley Graham, last appearance, Resident Evil 4. First appearance, Resident Evil 4. Fucks given, 0. You know what, I would welcome a chance to rehabilitate her character a little bit. Like, she's moved on to some other position in the fight against BOWs worldwide. Although, frankly, I think the Resident Evil story it was always a mess, but it's become such a goddamn mess at this point, where it's world-spanning conspiracies and terrorism and cities dying left, right and centre. It's very hard to keep in one's head. Now she appeared as a photo in Infinite Darkness. Oh, but I take it back. Showing my ass. I'm one of those fake gamer boys, clearly. Just pretending to know. Does she get a new nickname in every game? Well, she's interacted with just about every fucking secret service I think there is in every country, so yeah, maybe. Time's kidnapped Infinity. And now the Entity has Nemesis in some of the survivors. Oh no. Bloody Entity, man. Can he stop hoarding monsters? Leave some for the rest of us. Or maybe that's it. Maybe the Resident Evil timeline is completely solved by the Entity coming in and just going, yoink, I'm having these. I'm going to put them in my game. So yeah, very happy to get a raid. I'm very, very happy that the automatic clip playing worked. Then again, I have been playing around with it just because turns out when you interact with the Twitch API, which this clip player does, it has the option of picking completely randomly from the clips on that channel or picking the top ones. I don't know what the criteria is for top or why there's no option for bottom clips, but yeah, just like, you know, pick completely randomly or pick really popular ones. So I have been playing around with the command a little bit just to see what it brings up for everybody, like what their top clips are. Not gonna lie, you liked Ashley when you first played the game and distinctly recall her being called an escort mission done right at the time. That's true, I remember hearing that as well. Feels like the Ashley hate is a more recent thing. And you get to torment them for life. I mean, it's not the most worrying thing I've seen Invisible Girl say in Twitch chat, so yeah. You know, that's a solid 5 on that scale. What clip was it? The stream didn't quite load. Ah, shoot. Well, I think that's a perfect excuse to give you another shout out. I'll do a different clip probably, but nevertheless. I realised it was a little quiet compared to everything, so if you didn't catch that, that was Bree finding out that she was nowhere near as far along in Metroid Other M as she thought. I mean, if it was proper Samus, then running into icicles, there would be no more icicles. a dark time in your life. At least you had good company. Even if Goggles was constantly, you know, bragging about being held by Samus gently, like Hamburger. But yeah, very happy to have that working. Okay, this could be a bit more fun. Try one more. Yeah, I don't know what that secret is, because I do not believe I've ever gotten all the way with every single character. I tried. God help me, I tried back in the day, but... Sidekick as well. Not gonna lie, I wanted to see Ada suplex a couple of fools. Ah, shit. Yes, still got it. Actually, she seems to have a much harder kick than Leon. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm just gonna find out if I can shoot through multiples. Probably not. But worth bearing that in mind though, having it in the back pocket and all. Oh, piss. And here come the chainsaw bastards. Shit. But from whence? Over there. And there. Yeah, I'll happily lose the combo if it means name me out of the chainsaw bastards. That was priority. I've just realised I could have gone and gotten time increases. And I did not. I got distracted. Ah, nearly slipped by them. He's a good bean. He deserves to be held gentle by a kind of hearted and sexy mercenary. Ada S. Wrong. Ada S. Wong. The S is also for suplex. Reminder, Ada does everything Leon does in this mode. Backwards and heels. Indeed. Hell, she does pretty much everything Leon does in the main campaign. But, you know, in a long dress and heels. It's a slightly different dress she's in here. That's more the RE2 style dress. As opposed to the long dress with the split. Both good dresses, frankly. Oh, this gun fires much faster. I like. Shit. Yeah, lost combo again. Charge! The guy just turns around behind him like, how the fuck did you pull that off? I was at the window, and then I turned around and you were through the window and there was no more window. Hounst. What is this witchcraft? Is everyone around the corner now? No, not quite round the corner. Oh, and a backflip kick. Can he? Style points if nothing else. There's also a possibility that one might maintain their combo by killing chickens, but I wouldn't dare disrespect birds when Brioche has been kind enough to raid my channel. It would just be the absolute height of bad manners. Okay, now that I've got 2.5 minutes to spare, I think I can happily spend some time dealing with the chainsaw bastards. And this seems like a perfectly good place to do it. Piss. Down. Oh, down but not out. There you are. Shit. Not getting much of a combo here, but it's about surviving the chainsaw bastards, so it is excusable. Oh shit. Let's try that. Okay, yeah, this has worked out. Please provide more people to kill. Oh shit. Oh Christ. I was like, oh, at least it's not the chainsaw woman again. I was looking at the wrong one. Oh, piss, right. I should take care of some of you while I reload. Oh, I lost my combo at some point. Damn it. Oh, god damn it. I think I may have to go on a hunt for the good ammo. Oh, here. Illegal. No. None of this. Nope. Good, stunned them for just long enough to do a skedaddle. What about in here? Oh, piss. Nope, didn't mean to. Right. Damn you, tank controls. I'm awfully nostalgic for you, but god damn it, you get in the way sometimes. Yep. Oh, look at that. Bye. You're not. In fact, I have both of those. And I can get a weapon out again, because not having one seems like a poor idea. Oh, more time in here. I don't know how much of a good idea it is to go in here when there's chainsaws about. Come to think of it, maybe we should have saved the grenades. Alright, one grenade left. Let's have it. Get the fuck away from her. Oof. I've still got a minute left. How? Guess I picked up time. I can't remember if I picked up time or just the time bonus multiplier thing. Fucking hell. Bit of a kitchen sink thing going on with these bastards. Also, bastards appears to be my favourite word of the day today. But the entire stream has been lousy with bastards. I think it's fair to say. Oh, I see you there. Didn't see you there, in all fairness. You nearly got me. In fact, I believe it will be grenade time, which leads to reload time. Suspiciously lower frame rate than the rest of the animations. Oh, piss. Yeah, don't want to get held onto by a guy that's, you know, wielding dynamite. That's just asking for trouble. Speaking of trouble. Shit. I did an accidental quick turn there. And I got all flustered. So that nearly went very wrong. Did I somehow... Did the chainsaw lady lose where I was? How is that possible? Still only 4 stars, unfortunately. At least it's not floor-length dress the way in the main game. Yeah, this does seem a bit more practical, although it was never a problem, the one with the split in the main game, in all fairness. You do imagine it would get tangled in everything, and yet you can board a fucking helicopter without a ladder. Just jump into the bastard thing by the look of things. Does very much look like Jill Valentine Player 2 variant here. I don't think she's one of the options in Mercenaries now I think about it. Shame. It's just a foul choice. Yay. Cold this morning. Well, middle of your winter I suppose. About to question if it was a swing of a fever, but it's 2 degrees, that'll do it. It's a good word. Adam's Bastard Tour, so autocorrect doesn't like the name Ada. I guess it doesn't come up very often. So it would appear we don't get much for getting 4 stars with a different character on the same level. Right, I do believe I need to calm down after all that nonsense, so I am going to leave it there. Shall find you somebody to... not pause, damn it. As much as watching clips is fun, I do need to find somebody for to do raid on. And yeah, 3.5 hours is plenty long on a school night. Okay, I think, assuming they are not about to finish up, which is perfectly possible, as soon as all the stats appear, I'm gonna go for it. Anyway, we're gonna raid Zion, who is a very good streamer, north of England fella. Variety stuff, a bit of racing in there as well. So do say hello. I've been playing or is going to play Dead by Daylight, and thank yous all for being here and for excellent use of shit, no, he is finishing up. Okay, cancel that. We shall have to rethink this. But yes, thank yous for being here. I will not just, you know, raid Zion and say, hey, find me somebody to raid. Well, we'll stick with north of England and we'll go and raid Kim Justice instead. He just got here, I know, but it's warm and that was like a solid 3 hours of action, and Jesus Christ. Yeah, Kim Justice is great. North of England again. She's usually in the retro realms, and she's got an excellent YouTube channel as well. So it'll be a good time. It's Hitman Blood Money tonight, so you know, retro adjacent. But yes, thank you all for north of England. Hint a wee Edinburgh streamer then. Oh, it's coming out. The Glasgow Edinburgh divide is coming out. No, actually no, it's talking absolute bollocks. She's for Essex. What am I fucking saying? So yeah, just an English streamer. So Zion, but lower. I am retro adjacent. Yeah, I think that's fair. But yes, gonna do the raid, so I stop talking bollocks. Do enjoy. Thank you all for being here, and I'll see you again for some other time. Thank you again, Bree, for the raid. Bye.